super special one today. I'm going to be showing you guys how I got top 2,500 using 4.3 E-Giant. So we'll just go into the battle log here and take a look at some of these matchups. So right here, hopping in the first game against Stealth 11243. He's running this Boss Bandit, Evo XC, Lightning, Ram Rider, Bridge Spam deck. Normally this is a pretty good matchup. I feel like control decks like E-Giant do pretty good, okay in these types of matchups, but there's always like little outplays they can do and like really good plays they can do with their Evo Snowballs. So here I just kind of get a cage set up. It's usually what I like to do, cycle the Evo cage. Yeah, I go for some guards here just to go in the bar barrel. Like, I think that's pretty okay play. He goes for a snowball, and then my brawler takes care of that, goes to the other side. He's just going to split his guards in the middle here because that's going to be able to counter both sides and then maybe counter push if he likes. I think he does go for a Ram Rider here, which lets me go for my bowler. I don't really like going for bowlers or E-Giants in the back in this matchup, mostly because they can really punish you super hard on the other lane if you do that. Here I do go for an E-Giant at the bridge because I know what his deck is, and I know that this is like hard for him to defend with his current cycle of XE, Ghost, Boss Bandit, Lightning. I nailed the XE in, get a couple bowler shots in the tower here, and the XE does also end up dying to the E-Giant, I think. So we do take about half of his tower here, which is like super, super ideal here. Yeah, and then I'm up a couple elixir here. I'm just going to have to spend it to go for the bar barrel. But I really didn't expect him to go for a Ram Rider here just because he was down elixir. So I do get an Evo Cage, which is a nice +1 trade there. And then the Ghost does end up dying. So you can see right here, I'm kind of like up about 1.5 elixir. So yeah, I think now it's okay to go for a bowler the back because he doesn't really have anything he can punish me with other than like a Boss Bandit, I guess. But I do have guards for that, so I think it's pretty okay in this matchup. And he does go for it in the back there. So it'll run up and kill that brawler and then go up against my bowler at the bridge here. So I go for some guards trying to protect the bowler. I didn't think he was going to pop his ability so early. But then it does make him play his Evo XC in a position I can get a nice lightning on it. I go for a bar barrel here just to try to kill the XC, but it does die to the bowler. Here's where it got a little bit sketchy because he does go for a ghost with that. I have to waste a cage. And then fortunately it all ends up dying, but he gets a really good Evo Snow. And this is where it kind of starts to get pretty bad here. So my brawler gets stuck behind the bowler, and I take a lot of damage here. So I go with an E-Giant because I have to be really aggressive if I still want to win this game. Get my lightning ready in case he went for an XE. But now that he didn't, I can just go for a baby dragon, get my lightning ready in case he goes for his XE, because I really want to get that lightning value on the tower, and I don't want to get an XE lineup on mine, because I think that's one of the best ways he can get damage at this point in the game. So he does go for it there. I get a free lightning. That's pretty good. Here he goes for a Ram Rider, and this is where I thought I lost, because I go for a bowler and a cage just to make sure I don't take any damage, but he gets a lightning down, and it actually hits my cage, which was super scary. So I know right now that I have to go in for an E-Giant. Like I don't have a choice at this point. So right now you can kind of see he's like trying to cycle back to his lightning in time to get the tower. So right now he has enough elixir, but that final zap from the E-Giant gets the tower, and we take that game by 200 HP. So super clutch. And now I am 1 game away from Ultimate Champion. So this is my game to make it to Ultimate Champion. Up against this guy from the Electric Party clan. He's running Golem, which I don't think is super strong in this current meta. Certainly still viable, but I just don't know if it's the best deck you'd be running. He does have an underleveled bar barrel, so right here I'm like, okay, so I probably win this game. Then I see the Baby Dragon, I'm like, okay, probably Splash Yard, or it's going to be Great, or Golem, right? So here I go for an E-Giant at the back, just because I know that like he went for a Baby Dragon and a bar barrel. Chances are he's not going to have another tank to go with the graveyard. And if he does, I can kind of just block the bridge with whatever I had in hand. Here's where I kind of started thinking like, okay, it's going to be Golem. You can see me kind of hovering the lightning there because I thought I wanted to go for it on the Spirit Empress. But it's okay because I do NATO it in and it ends up pretty much dying to my E-Giant and the Baby Dragon anyways. He gets some nice vines down there. Yeah, so right here we're kind of just going to reset. I do go for a bar barrel at the bridge, see if I can get his bar barrel out, which I do. Because what I'm thinking right now is that if he goes for a pump, then I'm probably just going to E-Giant the bridge again. Right? And I think I do right here, yeah. So that's because I know like he can't really defend my deck, especially without his Spirit Empress in cycle. So he could go for his Berserker there, but Berserker gets absolutely shredded by E-Giant because of the fast attack speed and low damage. So he does go for the Ground Empress, which is good for me, because in this matchup specifically, this Air Spirit Empress is by far the hardest card to kill. Just because I need to Lightning and NATO it, or like Lightning Baby Dragon, or get it into an E-Giant. So I think that's like really one of the main things that he can do in this matchup to help him win. Here I just Lightning, I think. Right, yeah. Because a Lightning, I don't know if that was the greatest play. I think it was okay because he didn't have his Evo Baby Dragon or Empress in cycle. Because usually I can defend down a pump to any Golem deck. But yeah, here I think I don't think I guards. Oh, I did guards the bridge. See, yeah, I think that was a mistake. I think what I should have done is just go for a bowler there. I don't know if those guards was the best play. But yeah, here I think I just go for an Evo Cage or maybe an Evo Baby Dragon. Evo Cage, yeah, okay. And then I think went for that E-Giant. And then I know I have to get a Lightning down on top of both of these as soon as possible, I think, right? Or maybe not. I thought I did. That's okay, but we just get a nice pull to the King Tower here. That Golem actually ends up going in front of or behind the Spirit Empress, which is good for me, but the Spirit Empress targets my Baby Dragon because I was too slow with the guards, which is really bad because that ends up dying here. Then I have to get a really late bowler down. Here I kind of know that I'm going to take a ton of damage, especially when he gets this Spirit Empress down in the vines. So I know that I'm going to have to Lightning really late to hit both the Golemites and the Empress. I thought I was going to get lucky and only take one Empress shot there. We take two, and suddenly I'm only up by about 300 damage. And down about 2 elixir, which is really bad. He pumps up, which I think was really stupid of him here. Especially considering that we're only 45 seconds into the triple. So I really don't think that pump was going to get him as much value as he wanted here. I think I go for a Baby Dragon to support this, yeah. Then probably just like a bowler up high. Or maybe just a bowler up high. I tried to see, that was really bad that I missed that NATO. Because I think if I did, I would have been perfectly fine on defense. Here I just go for some Barbarians and then Guards to make Empress target something else. And then the other 2 Guards go over to the other side and going to help kill the Lumberjack. Yeah. So I just set up another Baby Dragon in the back here because I think here is where like I knew that I think kind of like that he lost because that Golem was like really bad. So just get a good Lightning down here. We don't kill the Baby Dragon, unfortunately, but that's okay. All I need right here is a little bit of damage because I have my Evo Cage, and then I can just start NATO everything back, and then kind of get a bowler down to tank. Just a Baby Dragon here. Get some guards down to tank for the Empress, and then maybe the Evo Lumberjack, and then just Lightning the tower. And then that is how I got to Ultimate Champion. So really nice, really, really, really nice win there. And yeah, so I don't really want to go over these next games here, especially not that loss. That was pretty brutal. Not a great matchup here. But we'll go into this matchup against this Lumberloon deck, which I think is usually a pretty good matchup, although with my variation with the Cage, it can be a little bit challenging sometimes because I don't really have a lot of air DPS. So yeah, just go for a Cage. It's usually a pretty strong starting play. I think with his hand right here, he probably shouldn't have played anything. Maybe Bar Barrel opposite side to get to the tower, because then I would have Bar Barreled. But then now I go for a Bar Barrel at the bridge. He goes Lumberjack, which I think is stupid, because then it's going to walk up and then get taken out by the Brawler. But the Brawler is also not going to have enough health left to get up his King. So I really don't know what that Lumberjack was. But yeah, so we just get that on. I go for a Baby Dragon here. And he doesn't have his Balloon cycle, thankfully, because I think if he did, I would probably take at least one hit here. Thankfully, the E-Giant does go in front, and then he goes for a Baby Dragon as well, and I'm able to get a really nice Tornado right away onto the 2 dragons. And I know that Inferno Dragon is going to sty, and then the Baby Dragon is going to retarget on the E-Giant because it's splashing and then the stun. So he's forced to go for a NATO here. And I know at this point I'm up a couple elixir, but I didn't really think I was up that much. Yeah, so at this point I kind of knew that he's playing the Lumberloon. So I kind of know how I have to play this matchup. I was a little bit worried right here because I only had the Cage and I didn't have my Baby Dragon or NATO. So I was kind of just like praying that he didn't go in for a Lumberloon the bridge. Here I think I go for a Bar Barrel, yeah. Because I really don't want to cycle anything in the back right now. He goes that, so I think I Baby Dragon that, right? Yeah. Because I knew that he couldn't exactly balloon without his Lumberjack, otherwise it's just going to get countered. pretty easily. So I go for another E-Giant knowing I have to be super aggressive and single in this matchup because that's really the time when they can't defend because they have to be able to go I-Drag and freeze to even like take no damage in this match. So I'm going to get a lot of damage right here because the 2 dragons going to basically die to the E-Giant here. And then I do get his tower down to 16, around 10,000 HP, which is really good for me. So I bowler the back here. He goes for his. And I think here's where he goes for his first Lumberloon of the game because I cycle guards in the back, yeah. And then he goes for it because I know he's going to do it at this point, so I just go for a Baby Dragon and an Evo Cage. I didn't really think he was going to freeze on this one, and then he goes for his Evo Baby Dragon, and I don't know if this E-Giant was that good for me. Like, I know I had a lot of troops on the board, but I just don't know if it was really that great of a play, especially considering he had his Evo I-Dragon cycle. Maybe I could have lightninged it instead. I feel like lightninging the Evo I-Drag would have been a much better play. So here I just go for some guards. You're going to kill that. Baby Dragon up high to kill his. And I know I can defend his next balloon because I have Cage NATO. But this E-Giant, I don't know if it was that good because now I can't really defend his next balloon. Great. So go for a lightning here instead of a NATO because I really need to get some damage on here and I know he's going to freeze. So here I kind of just think I'd go for a bowler maybe. Oh no, a NATO to kill that. But I don't know if that NATO is too good because now I can't really take care of his Lumberloon. Like I could, because this Lumberloon that he goes for right now is really hard for me to defend. Right, so I have to go for a cage. I got to go for a Baby Dragon. And then now I'm hovering my lightning, seeing if I need to go for it. Because I know he's going to freeze. But for some reason, I wasted a lot of time going for it, which was really problematic for me. Now I'm almost going to lose this game. So I have to go for an E-Giant at the bridge, knowing that I need to get some sort of damage, and then get a really good NATO on here, because I know he doesn't have his freeze back. So the only good play he really has here is to NATO back. But the dragons are going to keep dying to the E-Giant here. And I was praying for one hit, because that would put it in the lightning range, but we don't get it. So I think I just maybe cage up, yeah. And then I take I take a lightning on this, because I think really at this point I just really need to get some damage. And yeah, at this point, the game's pretty much over, right? I can go Baby Dragon here. I can NATO it back, get some guards down or a bar barrel or something, go for another cage, and then just get a lightning on, and then that's a good game. So yeah, really nice gameplay there. Made it a little bit closer than it probably should have been. Had some questionable decisions in that matchup, but yeah. And then finally, for the last match that got me to top 2,500 in the world, we're up against this guy who has a 985 finish in Retro Royale and 220 wins. He's playing this really weird P.E.K.K.A. Executioner Battle Ram Pump deck, which I've never seen before and didn't even know this was a thing that people play. So yeah, I kind of just go for my defensive bar barrel here. I didn't really want to get my king up off this E-Spirit because I thought he might be playing RG, and I don't really know if that's like a waste of a Baby Dragon there. I don't really know if that would have been worth it. So here I noticed he doesn't have the Evo Ram, which makes this probably a lot better for me. Because the Evo Ram can get pretty annoying if you don't have a building that can attack back and your only stun is bowler. So here I just go for a Baby Dragon, and then I'm kind of hovering my lightning to see if he's going to play something else, but then he goes for a P.E.K.K.A. I'm kind of hovering my lightning. I'm I don't really think I want to go for it here because the Executioner's not going to die. So just cage down the middle. It's going to take care of that P.E.K.K.A. really nice. And then I think I wait for this Executioner to cross the bridge. I have to leak a little bit of elixir here to make sure that it actually crosses. And then I just go for an E-Giant with some guards, I think. Because I really don't think there's much way for him to defend at this point without his P.E.K.K.A. So yeah, he does go for an Evo Exy there. Luckily, it does die, I think. Yeah, it dies here to the guards, which is really nice for me. That card is honestly really annoying, especially if they get it lined up with a NATO. So here I think I just go for another bar barrel at the bridge, and that was really good. I think he goes for a ram. Yeah, so I just get another bowler down. And I think here he pumps up, I'm pretty sure. Because he didn't really have a great cycle, because obviously you don't want to play your P.E.K.K.A. into a Evo Cage. I don't know if I agree with that pump, though, because he wasn't at 10, and there's a bowler coming down the lane. Here I just kind of Baby Dragon, because I knew he was going to have to go for a P.E.K.K.A. or something onto it. So it's going to get a little bit of value. So yeah. This next play, though, I'm pretty sure I just went for an Evo Cage down the middle because I don't... yeah, pretty like an Evo Cage. No, actually, yeah, no, Evo Cage. And then it would have been better if he played the XE like a second earlier, so I would have lightened that, and I have to waste my Evo Cage so early. That was a little bit of a problem. I go for some early guards in the back here. Just hopefully to DPS down that before it can get too much value. And then I just go for a barbell here because vines don't kill the guards. So it's pretty nice there. Here, I know that I'm down 2 pumps, but I'm pretty confident I can defend because he doesn't really have a lot of bridge spam units. He just kind of has like the big 3 of like the P.E.K.K.A. Executioner and then the Battle Ram. So I'm pretty confident that I can defend no matter what he throws at me in this matchup. Right here, he does go for an Evo XE, and I get a really nice Lightning and lining up with a Bowler, because Lightning plus Bowler Shot does actually kill an Executioner. And then here, I think I kind of knew that he lost, because he can't really defend after going for that Ram in the back. And then I kind of just guards here, and then a lot of damage there with the P.E.K.K.A. I probably should have NATO'd that P.E.K.K.A. earlier, honestly, like NATO'd in line to get a few shots. But we do get one big Bowler Splash right there. And then here I kind of like, I know that I'm going to win, because especially like look at the damage on the left side as well. Like that's pretty much tower down, right? So just get an Evo Cage for that P.E.K.K.A. Not that I was ever going to get enough damage. Hopefully having the XE die was really nice. And then here I just kind of go for a nice little Lightning there, and then that's game. So yeah, that's how we reach top 2.5K in the world using 4.3 E-Giant. Just if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, leave your thoughts down below, and let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you'd like me to make more in this kind of style.